Yeah. Will this allow me to film? Oh, do it yourself. See what I'm trying to do, guys. Hi. I think I'm finding. I'm trying to do a live stream for ages. I mean, Shrewsbury, really, not Southend-on-Sea. Well, it's still under the authority of Southend Council, but it's like a sort of town next to Southend. So apparently got a really nice beach, and I've been trying. It's really dry now, so yeah. But yeah, a really interesting walk around. I've not had anything to eat yet. I might go for a swim. Don't know yet. See what this East Beach looks like, and then go to get something to eat. About 12:30, 1. So see if they've got getting bad buffering short. The more I go to the beach, the more I go more to the sea. It gets cut out. But so I may have to just simply leave it. But I'll just wait for this to die. This scream, and then I'll go. Because Adjud bastard, I'm still using my first edition gimbal, my hand, because he hasn't given me that gimbal yet. So that's why it's a bit shaky. More on the end. 12, I'm hoping I can put and use my van. Someone's house who have my PC. Obviously, this is why I need. Ultimately, this is why I need a laptop, because lugging around a PC is really not good for hashtag van. But I need a laptop. That's what I really need. It's just simply a tray. You just have the PC. Man, I just need a decent laptop. So yeah, it's not exactly great van life to have PC with you. It's like a mini tower and amateur, but still, it's just not compatible for life on the road. I need a really fast gaming laptop. But yeah, so unfortunately, we missed all kind of like the interesting stuff because it was all like historic. Because it was where I just come from now. It was called Gunnery Park, or Gunners Park, sorry, Gunners Park. And what it was a old artillery place during the late 1800s and early 1900s. Before it got decommissioned, and it's just always really fascinating to look at these once important buildings and things that were generally considered strategically important stuff, just like the high priority stuff, and now they just left to ruin. I always find that quite interesting. I mean, one it's just used for a pigeon's toilet now. Like, just mountains of pigeon shit everywhere inside. You can see it. And the pigeons are just living in there. They use it as a nest. But that was once considered an extremely important place once. Nature reserve. Let's see if we can see. So yeah, I see our connection seems to be alright. There's a few you on there. But yeah, it's an upload. So what I had to do was I just simply recorded those things, and I'll put them up on my Instagram and my Telegram. The link's already for the Telegram. But here's the morning my side, mate. I'm gonna end. Like I said, I've been trying to do a live stream all morning, but just the connection not great. I mean, I'm actually in Southend-on-Sea. I'm in Shrewsbury, which is next to Shrewsbury, because I've been Southend before. I did pop by there last night. I parked my van at about 10 p.m. and then I just walked into town, walked around, chatting to people, you know. But now I'm in Shrewsbury, smaller town next to it. I always prefer the smaller towns, personally. Like I said, it's like all the interesting stuff I couldn't live stream, couldn't get connection, but I will put it up on my Telegram and Instagram about all of the old buildings I once bought. Like, the example I was using was I used to work in this building, and it used to be like all the state services. BT, you had British Gas, you had the post office, you had Churchill, they owned the thing at one point. And the building obviously, like, everything was still there from the 1970s and the 1980s, same decoration, all cabinets still full of files that were once considered really important. Now they're just nothing. Do you know what I mean? Now they're just all just laid out on the old desks of directors, etc. And they're all just left. The day they moved out, they just left everything. That was it. I always find that sort of stuff quite interesting. It's a bit of a weird place from what I remember. Shrewsbury? Well, let's find out. Let's walk down a bit more and find out what's going on. So, again, let's see. Let's see. Let's see if the chat's working. Yeah, it is. Yeah, actual bastard still has my gimbal. I'm using floor. This here. This is my gimbal on the other side of my hand. Yeah. We're going to town. I say kind of like, you know, small town. There's a Westlands in here too. So there's one in Southend, one here, so I shall go there and use the facilities of Mr. Tim Martin. And yeah, see what's going on. And then tomorrow I've got the show at 12 noon. I need to urgently start doing some stuff now, in order to try and make it workable. Like I said, having a PC in a van is just not fucking good. Obviously, it takes a bit of investment, so I have to keep doing what I'm doing. Actually, I was putting your gimbal to really good use. He's not even been live once. Yeah. Oh, I know. What's the point, eh? What's the point? He took it. I don't know why he took it. A magpie, mate. Or a thief, I should say. Just a thief, yeah. For some reason on the beach, we were in Bournemouth, and we had a barbecue at midnight on the beach, because that's what alcohol does. We went, you know what, I've got a disposable barbecue in the back of my van. They all came back to my van after the Bournemouth event, you know, like Ramesh was performing and all that, Club DNA, whatever it's called. And we all came back to the pub. I remember he was live from Sean's shitter, live from Sean's toilet, and it's Saroj playing guitar and sitting on the toilet. Um, so that was when it was. And after that, we went, you know what, we're hungry, man. Like, I'm hungry. Uh, so we went, let's have midnight, let's have a barbecue at the beach at midnight. Brought a disposable barbecue, brought the food in the fridge, cooked it. And for some strange reason, through all that, he's got my gimbal, I don't know why. So I recommended this beach here, I think it's this one anyway, I think it's the East Beach, by uh, by a girl yesterday at Southend in the park, because she lives in Southend. So I went, oh, okay, I guess not too far, wasn't it? Like a 30-minute drive. So from Billericay, drove here. So I like coastal towns. So yeah, this is the beach inspector, the authority of the beach. He's definitely got a few whiskey shots and he lit. He's the beach inspector. He is the dictator of the beach. They even give him a uniform. So to the place. Oh, wait a minute! Because of the peace officers. Hey, well, maybe I should call up the police and say, hey, I'm confused. I'm a bit stupid, confused. I think there's someone trying to impersonate the police. This is the ruling of the. It's just like a fancy dress. Um, yeah, he's keeping an eye out for the French. Yeah, yes, he's still there. Maybe he needs to go down Dover and not used to, because clearly they don't have any. They don't have any issues, do they? They can look the other way. I'd say, mate, you should be angry at these migrants. No, it's not them, it's the fucking authorities, mate. Allowing it to happen, they want it to happen. It's all designed. So they totally demoralise you. Create a artificial housing crisis. So then property developers build more, make money from taxpayers' money, probably because they get subsidies. Because it's right. And then also I was just saying, there was like one of the old buildings there, structure, it had in written in stone store, right? Where they kept the stores, yeah, of stock, yeah. And back you go around any town, yeah, and you'll see the popular thing that they once were. So police stations will have police written in stone, post office, and they sold off all the buildings. So you see these flats that were once the police station, they still got there because they generally did believe that it was always going to be a police station. It was always going to be a post. So it was almost like pride in their country. Pride anymore. That's why I'm trying to like going around prove or persuade people that no, this country is actually really beautiful. It's just this whole psychological effect that it's being used to try and make you dislike the country, perhaps even it, and you won't fight for it. It's all about totally demoralise you. So you never fight. You'll never stand up for. You never really stand up against. You see that what's gone on in the past 2 years. I tried part last night. There are all these boy racers all jetting around. It's fucking annoying. No, I'm not saying it's annoying. It's too loud. And they're probably crashing into me. So I guess it went. Just moved somewhere. I've got a really nice spot though. It's free as well. Really nice on the on the shore, on the near the pier, on the Array pier. Is this still working? Cool. You are. I'm sorry. I'm trying to I'm just playing golf. Is that cool? Playing golf over here. Just there behind you, mate. Yeah, I tried to park in it last night. The gate was obviously closed, but according to there's an app that you can use called Park 4 Night, and it's basically all the van life people use it because whenever they find a good place, it's very like they put it up on that's like a sort of Google map like thing. It's just all, in your area, and then people kindly put up, recommendations where to park and stuff like that for free. So I think happy, but this is true, and I'm not 100%. This is a free. This area is free. There's no restrictions otherwise. So yeah, I saw these vans here. Like I said, there was all boy races around, and I just thought, nah, mate. So yeah, nice. Although not really great for a swim, I admit. Look quite shite. But obviously, I can't always get the greatest weather, the greatest coast sea levels. So let's go into the high street. It's called a high street of Shrewsbury. Let's see what it's like. Shrewsbury-ness? I don't know what. I'm not sure. I heard people refer to it as Shrewsbury, and I've heard people refer to it as Shrewsbury-ness. So I'm like, what one is it? Shrewsbury-ness sounds a bit clunky, so I'm going to call it Shrewsbury. What have we got? Good morning, Detroit. It is Shrewsbury, DK. So what's Shrewsbury-ness? Is that like a neighbouring town? No, we're not Shrewsbury, we're Shrewsbury-ness. East Beach Park. Okay, what's that now? Alright, that's just simply where I was, but let's go back anyway. So I'm going to make my way into the town now. Like I said, I'm going to upload whilst I have something to eat. Whilst I'm doing that, probably go into the spoons, get something to eat. Watch money. When I say it's really beautiful. I mean, that's the real. That's yeah. I won't even have an alcoholic beverage. Put it like that when I go in here. When I find it. Ugh. Apparently, I don't know if you saw my video on my Instagram and my Instagram, and I said Tim Martin of Weatherspoons They have this thing every year, and it's called Tax Equality Day, right? And basically, what it is it's a campaign led by to show how much pubs are suffering, including not just the Wetherspoons, but especially the independent free house. Yeah? It's to show that pubs are getting taxed into oblivion, right? VAT, the beer tax, health and safety rates, standards, business rates, everything, right? It's just destroying small business, and that's what they want. Again, this is overall about demoralisation, right? They want to take away the individual characters of independent pubs and instead replace it with soulless kind of entities in a way. You could argue, well, isn't that Wetherspoons? You could argue, but Tim Martin, he's half awake. He's not all there yet, but he's half awake. I need to help him. I need to help him understand. Because I have interviewed Tim Martin. Like I said, you can see it if you go on my Telegram channel and see what I'm talking about, and then it gives a link to when I he does think Tax Equality Day. He removes the tax he would normally pay, reduce it by 7.5%, right? That's what they've got to pay. So he could be selling the booze at a loss even, right, for one day. So he's potentially losing money, right? Just to show this is how much it would cost to the public if these taxes went on it. Because ultimately, guys, who pays for the taxes? Who pays, like the sugar tax, for example? You know, like, who ultimately pays? You do. All the companies do. And I know them because they have to do it in order to meet their profit threshold, or at least stay afloat. They have to raise the prices of the product. So ultimately, they put a sugar tax on, and now the companies have to pay that tax. How do they make that money back? They make it back through you by raising the cost of that product. It's like the same with landlords. It's like if you heavily tax landlords, which a lot of people who don't really understand economics, they go, you tax landlords. Where do you think the landlord's going to make up that money then? The money he's lost to pay for this tax. He's going to push on the bill to the tenant and go, oh, wow, now it's over 800 a month. Now it's to make up for that shortfall. Now it's £900 a month. Do you know what I mean? So ultimately, all these well-intentioned people hate landlords for some reason. Now you've made it worse for the tenants that you're supposedly fighting for. And it's just like that with beer tax and VAT and everything like that. Right? It's all, you ultimately have to pay for it. Welcome to my neck of the woods. Shrewsburyness covers a wider area. Ah, so you from here, DK? I know. So I got a feeling I might know who you are. If we've met, then let me know. I won't say who you are though. It's like with well, I never name. I see him all the time, like in real life. I mean, you do. We have met. Oh, okay, right. This is your area. Cool. Okay. I know who you are. Have we met? Did we meet yesterday? Well, were we within each other's presence yesterday? Yeah, exactly. My side. You can't. He does skim off the top. Well, it's a state, isn't it? Yeah. I'm actually glad I got a connection. I went to Gunners Park and I wanted to like film all that, but it doesn't matter. I recorded it. It'll be up on my Telegram and Instagram. You can't access the Telegram because you don't have it. It's on my Instagram there. I'm only assuming, I can't check my maps. If I check my maps, it's free wind. So basically, I'm just assuming that this will lead me to the high street. Roll through yesterday, and it's you know, the high street. You would get the high street in. So this might as well be the high street. Yeah, but tomorrow I got to really like after this, got to get my arse in gear. Got to fix some stuff in the van. Might have to go into Southend town. Go into the shop because this is my backup. That's a bit shit probably. It's potato-y as well, bit potato vision. So hopefully you're going to the town centre, yeah, but of Shrewsbury, not Southend. I'm just going to get something to eat first because I'm not eating all day. I didn't eat. What did I eat yesterday? Where was I? Yeah, I went to the. I forgot to mention. Before I went to the super stand in the park at 1 p.m. Before in the day, I was. What is it? I woke up in a place called Lower Eden in Surrey, which is where Fest was. Makes me laugh as well. It's like, wait a minute, Gary. This guy called Gary, yeah? Gary Murphy, yeah? Right? That's why it's called Murfest, because of Murphy, right? I'm like, hang on a minute, mate. So you're telling me you do this big festival every year with like a proper big stage, everything, right? With all sort of, you need sort of road crew to like sort out, all like techies and all that, right? You've got that, right? And you're in the freedom movies, hardcore in the freedom movie, wears white shield, everything, wearing the standard park flags, always going on about. It's like, but yeah, and these fucking like compliant rebels, an oxymoron in itself. These compliant rebels to perform at your festival, like, get this shit. There was like this metal band, yeah, and good. That's why they covered Iron Maiden, Black Sabbath, etc. Right, they were really good. Billy Idol even. But the guitarist, right, he's got a fucking Ukraine flag stuck onto his guitar, and I'm looking at Mad Mix's right hand man who brought me to the festival. I'm looking at him going like, do you know what I mean? Like, just rolling our eyes back. You know what I mean? Just thinking, these people are so easily led down the garden path. It's unbelievable. And what that means is that doesn't mean that, oh, we support Russia. We hate Ukraine. We support Russia. We've got nothing to do with that. We don't support either side. It's all. That war has been purposed so long in order to funnel money. That's what it's all about, and to virtue signal, and to distract. That's all it is. It's total con, the whole thing. Here we go. The station is called Shoebury Nurse. So, who was it who corrected me? Are you sure, DK? Are you sure the town is not called Shrewsbury Nurse? But there you go, look, the station is called Shrewsbury Nurse. I love that rail crossing. Yeah, when I used to live in a little village in Ireland, I've never been to Dublin because it's fake island. Dublin is fake island, yeah? The town and all that. It's like, how London isn't fake, no way. It's all for tourists, yeah? I used to live in a proper old little town in Ireland, in the Republic. And it used to have like it was quite funny because it literally, as soon as you went on one side of the track and onto the other, you weren't just in a different town, you were in a different county. And that's where and I didn't know that for years. I just thought we were in the same county. And then I went, no, you're actually in Mayo. But then when you cross the tracks, just as I did now, you're now in Sligo, County Sligo, and then County Mayo, and you cross the track. I went, holy shit, I never knew that. And then it made sense, because then I remember my uncle going on about, I was meant to play for this football team, but because I literally lived a certain area, he meant where I was living, I couldn't play for the county team. I played for the other county team, because they're very strict. It's like, you live there, you got to play in that team. There is none of this bullshit about your grandparents and, if your grandparents lives here or your mother lives here, then no. It's either wherever you live, that's where you play for. Can we watch you skinny dip? Yeah, you can. You can, guys. For a price. For a price. I have the mighty have fallen. How I'm now. I'm dancing for pennies now, guys. I'm skinny dipping. I'm skinny dipping for beer money, or diesel money in this case. That's what I'm doing. So you can NR8 for a price. Got to go enjoy your day. Oh, it's cheers, DK. I don't know. I think DK is, but I'm not 100%. I don't think DK. Who could it be? DK. It might be Donkey Kong. Maybe it's David Curtin or Donkey Kong. DK. Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong is here. So it's called the Shoeberryness Hotel. You sure this place ain't Shoeberryness? This isn't the Spoons, though. What I like about the Spoons is you walk in, no one asks you questions. You just go straight to the toilet, no one asks you questions. You go somewhere like here, they'll be watching you like a hawk. Yeah, dip in for dollars. Yeah, exactly. I dance for pennies now. This is last Friday. What day is it? It's Monday, isn't it? Entertainment first Wednesday of every month. Bar entrance, restaurant entrance. Oh, it looks a bit poncy, if I'm honest. Give me an old school pub, guys. Oh, that compared to the sort of, it's more of an eatery, if you know what I mean. I hate eateries. It's like I always find them quite vacuous. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's nice. Yeah, tip me for the price of a dip. Tip me. If you want me to dip, you got to do the tip. So